Wraggys beer review, or Wraggys review even. I'll get there one day. Yeah, it took me another 4 years. So this is obviously from LowCostbeer. Comes in the Eau de Panda pop bottle and solid as well. So you know that it's decent. This is Fathergrime. Did it say Fathergrime? It's a hop stout at 5.3% from Brewboard. Brewboard do seem to have quite a few beers going through low cost, aka Smiling Grape. You know, in some ways for companies, if you can't get rid of your kegs conventionally, you know, Smiling Grape is actually a decent, you know, obviously the money side of things obviously is nothing to do with me, and it isn't. But you know, if you've got kegs that you need to get rid of before they go out of date or whatever, then it's a great resource to use, because always better to get some money for your beer than no money. So, and gotta be honest, I'd like to see my workplace get kegs at work and go down the keg route, because we do have kegs. We have Draftmaster, but that's bloody Carlsberg's own brand, so I don't think any other kegs are compatible. So lovely black pour on this light tan head. Nice roasty toasty nose on this. 5.3%. Bit of a twang on the toasty actually. Yeah, there's a good twang on that fella. Get in, twangy. Oh, a little twang fest, yeah. Little twang, yeah. Twang in that little twang. Anyway, less of the fucking twangs. Let's get on with the beer. Whoa. Bit of a kick. That twangy on the nose certainly comes in. Certainly roasty toasty. A good kick with the twanginess. Oh, that's nice. So it's a stout, but it's got a bit of something to it. It's got a bit of flavour there and a bit of a statement. Obviously at 5.3%, we are talking sessionable area, you know. I mean, I joke that 10% sessionable, and yeah, it is. But you know, for most people, 5% is certainly in that sessionable area. Yeah, what was 3% about? Hey, the hell drinks 3%? Yeah. And someone comes to you with a 3% beer and it's like, are you taking the piss? So, yeah. So, looking mighty fine, gotta be honest. It's got a bit of poke to it, this has. Now, obviously, this is from LowCostbeer, aka Smiling Grape, and they do draft beers. This is a draft beer. So, it's in keg form. It's really strange, you know. It's only in the last year and a half do I know the difference between keg and casks. Yeah, how sad is that? You know, I've been a beer drinker most of my life, and only recently have I learnt the difference, and it's really strange, isn't it? And it is what it is, I suppose, really. And you know, we all learn, don't we? You know, it's that's what life's about, learning. And I'm always learning, be it new beers, be it learning about the beer trade, and soon grain brewing, learning about how to do grain, and with grain brewing, you know, starting off pretty low, and trying from there to brew something, you know, stuff that I want to brew. I'm not doing grain brewing to brew bloody pale ales. I want to do grain brewing to brew something special. Big beers. And I know that the likes of Bang the Elephant, even, they were brewing on plastic fermenters, doing double brews and blending them together. And this blending's quite an interesting thing. That blending a barley wine and an impy stout together to make something. And that's really interesting for me. Brewing a barley wine and an impy at the same time and blending them and then adding flavour. It's a very interesting idea. And yeah. Oh, gotta be honest. It's something that I'm looking at, you know. Very much so. So anyway, love the twang of this. Really twangy, stout, bloody flavourful. Definitely a bit of poke in it. It's warming my belly up again. I don't know what it's about warming my belly up tonight. Bloody third beer review, and every beer is warm my belly up. Is it cold outside? I have no idea. No, it's not, but there you go. But yeah, changing styles. That's what I like to do with beer reviews, like flipping from one different style to another. It makes beer reviewing interesting. But that's not my football they're kicking around next door. My son's kicked a couple of balls over the fence and the hedge, and I'm not sure we got all of them back. I'd hate to look over at one of our balls. And if neighbours are watching in the future, is that one of ours? Oh. So, tasting nice. I'm going to get a picture of this last bit of the bottle, as I do these days. I never used to really bother, you know, because I really didn't give a shite about that sort of thing. But with something with Instagram, they want you to post pictures of your face along with a beer. Why anybody want that? I mean, I understand why women in a bikini top with a picture of a beer get a lot of likes. I get that. I totally understand. And some young 20-year-old with his fucking chest out, with his beer in his hand, going, yeah, they don't want to see some 50-year-old. 50. What's that about? What is it about? Fucking 50. Hey, does my boat in. But in any case, I'll stick to the beer reviews now. I've learned the fact that on beer review time, I need to stick to beer reviews and not go too off tangent. Beers with Wraggy, coffees with Wraggy, Wraggy's tap room is off tangent time. Yeah. If I ever remember to do it that way. But there you go. And I can really proper with neighbours. Proper twang fest. And for hopped stout, twangy, roasty toasty, got a bit of poke to it. I do apologise if I'm slapping my lips or my teeth. But yeah, it's got a bit of poke to it. As stouts go, it's not a high ABV, obviously 5.3% is not a high ABV. And I won't call it a flavoured stout with any flavour, but I will say it's a stout with, you know, a bit of a kick to it. And that's where it is for me. For me, with 4.2 out of 5, it was very nice though. Scores, really, scores. You know, I do scores because I think that in some ways it's a good thing to do, but in other ways it's not. And it's a thing of giving your opinion. Would you drink it again and all that? But sometimes a lot of beers you would never drink again because once you've done it once, that's enough. So in that way, it can be detrimental to the beer. But in any case, cracking beer. Yeah, there we go. If you ever see it, or go on LowCostbeer if they've still got it on, and get yourself a beer. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, much better than standard Guinness. Trust me now. Cheers, everyone. See you soon.